Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a great show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. Make sure y'all go ahead and check me out on there. So, this whole Jordan LeBron thing has spiraled into something much larger. The fan bases are fighting with one another. Other fan bases are jumping in. It's just turned into this very, very big thing. But one of the things that the fan base of LeBron say is that, oh, everybody's obsessed with LeBron James. Everybody's obsessed with LeBron James. And I've said, and I've been saying, that no, you guys are obsessed with Jordan. I've been saying this because every single thing somehow, some way comes back to Jordan with the GOAT debate. Like, he seems to be the number one focus. I'm like, what will LeBron's purpose in life be without Michael Jordan, man? Like, who would he be chasing, right? And I've been saying that. Like, what is this obsession with Jordan? What is the obsession? Always trying to convince people that son is better than Jordan. Like, what is that, right? So I've been saying that. But it looks like there are other people out there that feel the same way. As you guys know, Nick Wright is one of the people that came out and said in 2016 LeBron James became the GOAT because he won that championship. And now all of a sudden, he doesn't know why ring culture has made such a big thing, talking about the performance that he had. Bro, Jordan has had better final runs. Like, let's stop. There's a finals where Jordan averaged over 40. Like let's stop the nonsense, bro. Like, stop the nonsense for a final series. Like, stop. So that was his kind of thing, and it was also partially his claim to fame. And since then, Nick Wright has been on this campaign. Every single time, every single moment he gets, he's taking a shot at Michael Jordan. I've never heard any Michael Jordan say anything about Nick Wright ever in my life. I don't even think he would know who Nick Wright is if you walk right past him. I don't know, right? So I was doing some research this morning. I came across some comments from an article from Awful Announcement with the following headline: Pablo Torre accuses sports media rival Nick Wright of being obsessed with Michael Jordan. Now, here's what's interesting about this. Obviously, Nick Wright is represented by Clutch Sports and all of that, but Pablo was one of the people that debunked this whole notion that LeBron was at Kobe Bryant's memorial service, right? He put out a show about it. We did a show reacting to his comments and some of his investigative journalism. So I guess by doing a show like that, he's already not going to be in the good graces of a Nick Wright. So I clicked on this sound to kind of hear what he was saying, and folks, he didn't hold back. But before we get into his comments, today's video is brought to you by sponsor Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is play what he had to say, give his thoughts on the back and forth for Nick Wright, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Pablo here.
I have not seen this clip yet, but I am told that I should see it and maybe address it.
When I couldn't hear, I was having to keep myself occupied. I was reading the latest glowing Pablo Torre profile in the New York Magazine.
So Pablo is featured in a very prestigious publication. I had not heard this.
New York Magazine. And as you could guess, it took 13 words before the Peabodys were mentioned. And so that was good. By the way, speaking of featured, I did think it was nice that Pablo because I didn't like Pablo and Bill feuding. I thought it was nice that he went on the pod with Bill and stood his ground, to his credit, didn't back down. And if people didn't hear it, we did a kind of super cut of it for him so they could hear the 90 minutes or 60 minutes Pablo and Bill spent hashing it out. Two podcast legends. Go play it for us if you could.
Murrow and Peabody. Peabody nominated Edward R. Murrow Award. Peabody Award nominated Peabody. Edward R. Murrow Peabody. Peabody Award nominated Peabody. Edward R. Murrow Award. Murrow and Peabody.
I imagine I have the relationship with Pablo that Pablo has with Larsa Pippen, where like I don't have anything against him. I'm kind of fascinated by him. I don't totally understand the big deal, but there's no ill will.
He got your ass.
Touché.
He got your ass. Let's just call it what it is. He got your ass.
It has come to my attention that in my attempt to reestablish what would have been called into question, which is my journalistic credibility in general, I maybe overdid it. So, sniped.
There's a little some misleading editing there. I don't know. But can I say something, by the way? I just did a panel, and one of the questions at the panel was if I really hate Nick Wright. And this actually ties into what we're going to talk about with the rehearsal. I could not believe that people didn't understand it was a joke. Nick Wright is like a friend of mine. I really like and respect him. And yeah, we're going to talk about the rehearsal.
Oh yeah,
in
what's
depth.
fact? What's fiction?
But like, yeah, right.
Oh,
what's a bit? What's real?
Hard to tell. It's hard for me to tell. Is Nick Wright still banned from PTFO? I think the answer must be yes.
Well, after that, whew.
And also, does Nick Wright have something in common with Larsa Pippen? I would say yes. Yeah, I would say they're both almost clinically obsessed with Michael Jordan. That seems to be a through line. So, yeah, you, Nick Wright.
Thought he was a LeBron guy.
Well, he's obsessed. He's obsessed in the way that, he can't stop thinking about Michael Jordan.
It's okay. Take some time, maybe do a few rehearsals of you going after Nick Wright. We gotta just call it, I'm a neutral observer. I'm not a neutral observer. I'm Team Pablo.
Thank you.
However, he got your S.
So you heard his comments. Look, guys. It is clear who's obsessed with who. When you have Jordan fans that make content about LeBron James, generally what they're doing is they're reacting to the things that are being said out there in the media. Jordan fans are simply pushing back because Jordan fans understand that it's not a debate, so they don't have it. But I think what has happened is Jordan fans have kind of heard all of these things that are being said, and then it's now forced people to pick up a microphone and start pushing back on some of these narratives. And Kobe fans, who are similar to Jordan fans, and because of their relationship, by proxy, we're gonna defend Jordan, right? So it's turned into that thing. But the fact of the matter is, the obsession is coming from LeBron's camp. The obsession, it's 100%, even from him himself. The obsession is it's just unbelievable. Every little thing, if LeBron is not mentioned next to Michael Jordan, it's a big thing. They're always talking about that we're done with they have tried every single thing. And I got to say, to a certain point, they've been successful. I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, yo, man, we got the news that Jordan is going to be with NBC Sports. And then we just heard now, like, LeBron may be pairing up with Amazon. And the thought occurred to me. I'm like, yo, it occurred to me for the first time. LeBron may not be going away, folks, ever. Have y'all thought about that? Yes, LeBron will eventually retire, but he's not going to go away. LeBron is always going to be here talking and giving his point of views and trying to change the narrative. It looks like this guy's here to stay. And I also came to the conclusion that you can't beat LeBron. You can't beat him, bro. He got too many of his followers out here twerking it up, pouring honey all over each other, hollering and screaming, slapping each other with jars of honey. Like, these dudes are not going away, right? It's one of the reasons why I'm like, yo, don't be surprised, man. One day I turn around, I'm like, yo, I'm done with sports media, because to be honest with you, I'm looking for better things to be doing. Because not that I don't enjoy doing sports media, I do. But bro, the level of honey sipping and pouring and lathering is just out of control, bro. It's out of control, man. It's like he came up with those ridiculous comments about the ring culture. Look how many NBA players have ran after LeBron to chase his tail to agree with him. They did a show the other day on First Take. They had an entire panel of players that never won a championship asking them, is ring culture toxic? Why don't you sit down a panel of people that have won championship winners and ask them the same question? They put up a panel, and shout out to Tracy McGrady. I think his son was dumb nice. But T-Mac was talking about he never have an opportunity. What are you talking about? T-Mac was playing with Yao and Ron Artest at one point. Shane Battier and all of them, Louis Scola and all of them cats. T-Mac ain't never had an opportunity. Are you serious? So you're gonna put a panel of dudes that never won a chip and ask them whether or not rings important? Are you even joking with me right now? Why don't you get together a panel of people that won championships and then ask them, are championships important? Put Kawhi Leonard on there. Put Tim Duncan on there. Get Magic Johnson on there. Get Shaq on there. Get Kenny Smith on. Get a whole bunch of guys that won rings and ask them the same question and see what they're gonna say. So like, it's just, it is just ridiculous at this point, man. Sports media is going to get a lot greasier. And for people that think LeBron is going to disappear into the sunset, it's looking like that's not going to happen. LeBron wants to change this narrative by all means necessary. And he understands that all of the foot soldiers that he sent out here, they've been trying to do it for years. That's not working. So he himself is now going to come out here and try to do it his damn self. It's crazy. Talking about rings don't matter. Just one thing after the other, bro. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comments and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.